Welcome to Breaking Fears.
Hey YouTube world, it's me, your man Rico, here with another video. So this video is going to be on a topic that a subscriber had asked me to talk about. And that question is, I'd be especially interested in hearing your thoughts on how to best get through to the next generation about the importance of managing money wisely. Now, I also want to bring up this. Yes, I'm going back to the scripture. And the verse that first came to mind is this one, Matthew 19:14 from the New International Version, NIV. Jesus said, "Let the little children come to me and do not hinder them, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to such as these." So you may ask, why did I bring this Bible verse up? It kind of goes with the coin phrase or phrase that a lot of people say, you could lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because we could teach our kids over and over and over again. And if you reflect to when you were a kid, to from then what your parents taught you till now, some of it sank in, some of it doesn't. That's the biggest thing. And I've said this in a previous video. We take and learn and excel on what we want, what we feel is important to us in life. So with all that being said, to the question, how can we get our younger generation to learn about wealth? It starts at home. I've watched a couple of videos online to kind of figure out how to put this correctly, how to say it wisely. And it just goes back to what me and what my wife and I have done for our child. We started young. Some people say the wealthy teach their kids about wealth early and the unwealthy do not. Yes, I agree with that. And that's why we do what we do. My parents installed in me about taking care of what I needed, not what I wanted. And there's a big thing about that. If you buy what you need, you'll have generational wealth in the long run. My parents were able to give us something, not much when they passed away, but they gave us something. And it's their legacy. When me and my wife pass away, my children will have something because of the teaching that my parents had given to me. So for my input, as our young one is growing, we are teaching them from the get-go, like I said, from the time that they can start listening and paying attention. We've also included them in some of our household financial discussions to show them that they need to keep track of their money coming in as well as their money going out. And we include them in our yearly budget talk for our house, meaning what we spend and what we save and how we plan the future year for vacations and things of that nature. So that's how we teach our one step that we teach our child. Another step is that as they're growing up, their job is school. So we treat their school as their job. How they get paid? They get paid by getting good grades. A's, B's, and C's, nothing under a C. And yes, the percentage of payment goes down the lower the grade. So not only does that help them in school, because most children will associate a high grade with a pay, just like a job. The higher position you get, the more pay you get. So as our child goes to school, they get a payment for their grades, for every test, for every quiz. Their yearly grade is or quarterly grade is like a little bonus. And their yearly grade is also a bonus payout too. And that teaches them how they earn money. Another way that we are teaching our child is through odd jobs. They have chores that they do not get paid for. Those are responsibility lessons. But as for monetary lessons, we give odds and ends jobs, like cleaning any doors with windows inside the house, cleaning inside windows, mopping a floor that's usually something that we wouldn't share with them, that we wouldn't allow them to do. I usually take out the garbage, but if there's a time where they want to make some money, I let them take out the garbage. But as for emptying their trash into a garbage bin, they do that. So these are also ways that we are teaching our child. Oh, and another financial or money lesson that we're teaching them is that real estate. So rental property. I allow them to go with me and help me at the rental property, pick up rental payment, clean around rental property. They also learn how to earn money that way. Another thing that we are teaching our child is stocks, dividend stocks in particular, showing that they should start looking at their future. Dividend stocks is that future for them. You put monies into stocks. Stocks grow, pay out dividends. Those dividends are then, at their age, those dividends are then put back into the stock. So they're reinvested. So their monies keep growing until they reach that retirement age. That's another thing that we're teaching our child. So there's many avenues of how we're teaching our child on how to make money. So as they get older, they know that they have to go out there to earn money in order to invest and grow. So the last video that I was talking about that the subscriber was watching that they mentioned this question about was that when I had mentioned a little bit about monies, earning monies, and taking care of showing responsibilities and investing and watching your money grow stuff. No one had commented on a video I have put out there talking about needs and wants. And that's another thing that you must teach your child. And that's another thing that we teach our child, me and my wife and I, teach our child about needs and wants. Because that goes a long way with monies. For instance, our child is getting older and kids are starting to want name brand clothing. One of the biggest arguments that I've had with our child are gym shoes. I know everybody goes through that. And these expensive Jordan gym shoes. Hey, I was a big Jordan fan back in the day. But I never did buy Jordan shoes, to let you know. To pay $100 for a pair of shoes, you have to be kidding me. But nowadays, I think they're like $300, $300 for a pair of shoes, and you can really only wear them outside. So you're supposed to only have them for 6 months, and then you're supposed to buy another pair because it's the engineered arch inside those shoes start giving away, and you lose your support in that shoe. So you're supposed to trade those out every 6 months. Even when I was growing up and we were watching Jordan and stuff, I do not remember my friends that would spend all that money for shoes wear their expensive shoes a lot. They would only wear them on special occasions. And I just couldn't. If I can't, to me, that's a debt. If I'm buying a pair of shoes and I can't get any money back or more money back or the same amount of money that I spent on those shoes on that item, it's not worth it. And that's what my wife and I are teaching my child. First, take care of your needs. Clothing, standard shoes to wear wherever you're going. Food in your belly, shelter over your head, as well so you could sleep, and decent mode of transportation so you could get from back and forth from where you're going. Once that's covered, then you start thinking about your savings. So that's the next thing we teach them about savings. After all your savings is taken care of, how much money you should be putting to the side, we start teaching them about their wants. What do you want? And the wants are vacations, those shoes if you really want to waste your money on them, whatever it may be. Now, your want money that we teach our child is very little, not much. Let's just say that they made $100 for a month. $90 of that 100 will be used for investing, savings, and all that stuff. The $10 will be left over for their wants. Now they have to decide what they really want to spend that $10 on. And this is just exaggerated. We're just using $100 as that figure. So here we are. Here's a child with $10. They want to buy these expensive Jordan shoes. Oh, Jordan shoes are $200. I only have 10. Then we say, well, what have you done to make more money so you can buy these shoes? And that kills that conversation of getting those shoes. Our child has learned very well about, do I really want to spend my money on wants? Because every time that they want something, we always look at them and say, do you have enough money to cover that? And once we say that, the topic stops because they do not want to spend their money on that. Unless it's something they really, really, really want. So to answer your question, how do we teach the next generation about wealth? That's the process. Those are the steps that we here take on showing our child the future generation on how they can save and save for things that they need to purchase, save for their future, and all those things. So I don't want this to be too long, the video to be too long, but I hope that answers the question. If it doesn't, you could always feel to reach out. But I'm gonna leave. I do want to say this as well, because again, we speak about trying to teach our children, the younger generation, about something. And again, I'm gonna bring a Bible verse in, and this is. Look at your situation. Did you really listen to your parents? Because I know if I would have listened to my parents, especially my dad, about stocks, I would have been retired by now. My dad was very wise on stocks, and he retired early. But me, being young and dumb, thinking I will live forever, I'm invincible. I might have to work until my retirement age. So what I'm about to say about the Bible verse fits that scenario. I could tell you what I'm doing to teach my child younger generational wealth, and you could use that wisdom to help out with teaching yours or reaching out to the younger generation. But I'm going to say this. Matthew 7, 3-5, New International Version, NIV. Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? How can you say to your brother, let me take the speck out of your eye, when all the time there is a plank in your own eye? You hypocrite! First take the plank out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye. And I'm going to use this one in quite a few of my videos. I'm going to bring this up in quite a few of my videos because this is what I'm talking about too and I'm not going to get too deep in this because this isn't really, what I'm about to say isn't really all, should be covered in this topic. But this is what I talk about in my other videos when I say I can't speak about places I haven't been. I can't, meaning bad things about them. But I could show things that I see and keep hearing about. And I could say, hey, just don't listen to my hearsay. You need to go do your own research. But I'm going to start using this a little bit more. So, I mean, those two Bible verses should really kind of give you an idea. You can only show people and then pray that it sinks in at a young age so they could benefit from it in their earlier age. And me and my wife and I are really pushing our child with that. So, with all this being said, I hope you liked it. Give it a thumbs up. And for those of you who don't, just dump down, do whatever you want to do. Give me a comment. I love comments. I've been noticing some people have been commenting, but when I looked on my uh, the actual video, I didn't see any comments on there, but it does say that there was comments. So I don't know what YouTube's doing. But yeah, please reach out, give me some comments, give me some ideas. Oh, and one other thing. If you want me to post your name, like some people do at the end of the video about you subscribing, let me know and I will do that. I mean, if that helps your channel out, if you're a YouTube channel and you're watching mine and you want yours to be promoted like that, I will be more than happy to do that. Again, I'm all about sharing. I'm all about helping others, uplifting others. So, again, thank you for watching. Until our next video, see ya.